Hey, Virgo, Mel, Intuitive Coach here, excited to bring in your August 2025 career and money reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. Virgo, I have a feeling you are taking a little bit of time out to escape the noise. It feels like there's been something heavy on your mind. And I feel like there could be maybe a travel. Some of you could be taking a short vacation or a trip to recoup your energy. Spend time with those that you love. Spend time focusing on your creative efforts or endeavors. And you have the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, you've gone through a lot, but I feel like there's a pause so you can reignite that determination within you. There's a renewed sense of bravery showing up that gives you that final push to overcome some external hurdles that you've been dealing with financially or within your career sector. The Nine of Wands is known as the wounded warrior, but I feel like you are creating boundaries but also staying compassionate towards yourself. I feel like you've gone through a lot, but you're not going to be a doormat for anyone else. It feels like there is a turning of the tides here. And that makes sense because many of you are sun sign Virgos. So this is your solar return, another trip around the sun. And right behind this Nine of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune brings in a turning point. This is a new cycle that is very much destined. It is very much a part of your path moving forward. So let's see what this new energy entails. And I feel like this 8-8 portal is significant for everyone as it's opening up a new offering, a new invitation for us to really go within and ask ourselves some of those deeper questions. What truly makes me happy? Who is it that I am becoming? And what energy do I need to fully embrace and step into to keep going on this path forward? You have the Nugget, you have the Tower, and you have the Offering. So the Nugget is valuable information, and it's also an honest assessment. And that's what I was just picking up on, asking some of the, honest, sometimes difficult questions, and really taking an honest look at your financial state, your relationship between money. Some of you may have a partner, maybe a spouse, maybe you live with someone, and you could have some serious conversations around your financial future. And for others of you, you may be the breadwinner, you may be the sole provider. I feel like you want to start fresh with a new perspective, a new mindset. And for some of you, you want to start fresh in a new location or within a new company. And this could be steady work that is being offered to you. Some of you have the ability to continue building upon your career. I see here that there may be additional education required. Perhaps you have to renew your license every couple of years, or some of you could be taking classes or going back to school here to extend your skill set to maybe bring in more money. And I feel like there is a nugget of intuitive download or information that also comes through at this time. In the month here of August, it feels like you are divinely inspired. Maybe you haven't felt as inspired here, or you've just felt like you weren't able to rest. It feels through that rest, through that time out, where you're really able to appreciate everything you have created, everything that you have built. Now you have the Tower. This is about earning power. It is building a business. Some of you, it's making sound decisions in the corporate world. I also am getting here Emperor energy. And we actually have two kings showing up in your reading. That could be why I'm tapping into the Emperor. So you may be getting organized because it feels like things are Things are shifting here where organizational skills are going to come in very handy. I see here that you are taking control of your finances, of your career. And this can even be, bringing more stability into your world, whatever stability means for you. Some of you are redefining what stability means. But I do feel like you are in a position here of power, or you could be connecting to an emperor, someone else who is in a position of power who offers up this invitation. That's why you have the offering. The universe will meet all of your needs. Consider having a money altar. Call upon your spirit guides and angels to assist you at this time. So even though it feels like it's a small offer, because the piggy bank is showing up here as change, the growth tells me that not only is this an opportunity that can grow, I feel like you can really build upon something here. And not only will you see the coins, right, the pentacles of your hard work paying off, but I also feel like you'll be more in control. You'll feel more in power. You'll be able to hone in on those creative skills, but also create a good routine for yourself that also feels like there's flexibility, because it feels like there's a balance, right? Divine feminine, divine masculine. It feels like there's structure and routine, but yet adaptability and flexibility. So I feel like that's what you are reconfiguring at this time. And you may even be weighing up, an option of, should I accept this offer? Should I take this invitation? Because some of you may refuse. You may say, this isn't necessarily what I want. And that's okay as well, as long as you are trusting your own knowing. Now, bottom of the deck, you have this teacher position here, or teaching. Some of you could be motivating others to strive to uncover their potential. You could be a college professor. Maybe you teach kindergarten students. Some of you are parents. Some of you are healing your own inner child here. Consider careers in teaching, coaching, mentorship, or being a motivational speaker. You've learned much about money. This is a time to put it into practice. Now, Virgo, I do feel here that this Leo season, as we come upon your season, Virgo, it feels like Leo is activating something deep within you. You're taking a look at external and internal. You're taking a look at outdated conditioning, or, maybe how something once was done. It feels like it's not working for you any longer. It is time for you to shed a belief of maybe not having enough, or it could even be shedding a boundary here, where not only is it a boundary, I feel like it was a wall. Okay. There's a difference between walls and boundaries. Walls keep energy, people, things out, right? But it also holds people hostage, holds people in. And I feel like the boundary that you have created has taught you a lot about who you are, what you will and will not settle for, and you're advocating for yourself. And I feel like that could be something you're teaching others, how to stand up for themselves, how to advocate for themselves here. Yeah, you've learned a lot about money. So you are motivating others. You could even be feeling motivated by an inspirational coach, leader, teacher, or healer at this time. Now, where are you at currently with your financial energy? This is good. King of Pentacles. This is really good. Now, this is some big boss energy. So I see a lot of you focusing on your success and money. You are focusing here on stability, and you may have been working really hard at working your way to the top here. As you see the Eiffel Tower, maybe Paris is significant for some of you. It could even be that you are in or have worked in a very tall building. Okay, I'm talking a lot of stories. Now, you may be wanting to simplify your life, maybe work from home, or perhaps have that flexibility. Even though there's still that routine of the emperor, you're able to manage both, and it feels like something non-traditional may be showing up for you. where in the past you've done things the right way. Maybe some of you have a degree, you have, schooling, education, but I have a feeling you want to spread your wings here. You want to try something that maybe you haven't tried before. The King of Pentacles, he is a natural leader. He's reliable, he is abundant, he's wealthy, he's disciplined. And I also see some of you connecting to a King of Pentacles. This could be a financial advisor, a property expert, a real estate broker, or even a business investor, because you want to work on working smarter, not harder, because you've already done the harder piece, Virgo. You've been working hard the majority of your life. And I feel like you want to enjoy what you have built, what you have created. So there could be a new contract coming in or something that you have learned where you're ready to teach others. And I am getting some form of advice that shows up, whether this is through spirit, whether this is through a professional, whether it's your own advice that you have learned, that you have taught yourself along the way. This is important because this has to do with your stability. Now, what is the source of financial blockage? What's holding you back from maybe financial abundance? It feels like nothing is holding you back now, right? There were many blockages. I don't want to say many, but you may have felt like there were struggles. I'm getting time. They're showing me the time. Maybe that's the Wheel of Fortune. Perhaps you felt like it wasn't quite time to make a move, or maybe divine timing was at play. It just feels like you were stuck maybe in that Five of Swords, which can be mental chaos. It can be the ego. It can be expectations, people taking advantage, manipulation. But I feel like you are moving away from that. That's what the Six of Swords is here to remind you. What's holding you back from financial abundance? Sometimes that Six of Swords can cling to old ways of doing things, cling to old fears, which in turn circles him right back around into the very same thing that he's trying to get away from or get out of. Because the Six of Swords wants to move towards calmer waters, wants to get out of that ego trap that the Five of Swords brings about. So what is your money mindset? What are your beliefs and attitudes around money? You have the Knight of Swords. You're definitely someone here who, you're a go-getter, Virgo. When you set your mind to something, there's no stopping you. But that's part of it, the mind, right? Six of Swords here. Sometimes the mind can really cause us to feel confused. Sometimes that mind can be impulsive. Sometimes we have a lot of ideas that are floating out there in the ether, and it is important to, grab on to one of those ideas from time to time and bring it to life. So I do see here that you are a very brilliant individual. The Knight of Swords is very precise. He has a sharp mind. He could be a traveler. You're being guided here to charge ahead with intellect and to make sure that your head is in the game. That's what I'm getting. Your head is in the game, which means oftentimes you think very logically versus maybe more emotionally when it comes to financial matters or when it comes to your career. And so I feel like you're not going to just take impulsive action. Even though this Knight is known to be a bit impulsive, I feel like you are someone who's very confident with your ideas or your communication. That could be part of your mindset that you are moving into, is feeling better about, being able to teach or being able to offer your skill set. Why? Because you've been doing it for a while. A lot of you have mastered here something that you've been doing because you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you're able to help others in a very profound way. This is about using your voice, using your mind, hence the mindset. This is your beliefs around money. And a lot of you, there could be impulsive buys. Maybe sometimes you tend to splurge, but for the most part, I feel like you catch yourself and you rein it back in. You're saying, okay, well, yes, I made that impulse buy or that splurge, but now I'm going to save. So it feels like there is a balance going on here. So what are some of the opportunities for income growth? Well, there we have the King of Cups. This is about you loving what you do. This king is very emotionally intelligent. So we see your mind. When you set your mind to something, that is a gift. There's no stopping you. But the opportunity here lies within the heart space. The King of Cups, he is not only emotionally intelligent, but he's patient. He is compassionate. He is kind. He loves to help others. He likes to be of service in some way. Typically, you'll find him in a room helping others, coaching as a therapist, as a doctor. He can be someone who is helping other people get through trying times. He is someone who is a light worker. He is a healer. He can be very empathic and compassionate towards what it is that he loves. But at the same time, he needs his space. He needs his alone time to recoup, because he can pick up on the energy here of others. So you want to make sure that you are creating a layer of protection. So where can you make or increase your money? It's doing something here that fulfills you. It fills your cup, and emotionally and spiritually brings about something deep within your soul that feels like contentment. So I definitely see this King of Cups showing up where you have the opportunity to showcase your creative talents, to unleash your expressive side, your voice, your light. So lean into what lights you up. Lean into what brings you happiness, what inspires you. And I feel like it's helping be of service in some way. Giving a helping hand, lending a helping hand here, teaching, motivating, helping others is where it's at. All right. What are the unexpected financial influences, the hidden factors that could be affecting finances? Some of you have a lot of money going out. Some of you have money coming in. It can even be that I'm getting the energy of travel, a lot of travel or a lot of busyness. Some of you feel like you don't have time, because this can be, a very hectic energy when it's not in alignment, or when we feel like we have so much going on that we're burning the candle at both ends. So I feel like this can be a factor. The Eight of Wands is the second fastest moving energy aside from the tarot, aside from the Chariot. So when the Eight of Wands shows up, this is speedy progress. It's communication. It is, movement. And some of you could work in the travel industry or communication industry in some way. Perhaps it feels like things haven't made progress, or you haven't made progress in some way, the way that you were hoping. Try not to get caught in the comparison trap. Okay, that's a big message here, because sometimes we get caught in that comparison trap. And I feel like you are realigning at this time the energies within you to move towards that next step. Now, what are the action steps to improve? Practical steps to help you boost the abundance. You have the Ten of Cups showing up here. The Ten of Cups is, taking a look at what fulfills you emotionally. Some of you may have felt disconnected from your work, or maybe you felt like you had to sacrifice your family life in some way in order to bring about money or abundance. I feel like this is helping out family. Some of you, your action step is going to include community. It could be a like-minded tribe. Maybe it's a spiritual community. It could be an artistic one. It feels like other energies can contribute in some way. Okay, maybe this is a learning community, a teaching community. You're not alone here. And even though at times it may feel like you are meant to help guide others. You are the student, you are the teacher, you oscillate between the both. But the Ten of Cups as your action step is reminding you here that the ultimate blessing exists, that the ultimate happiness exists within you first and foremost. But this is also attached to community. It's attached to family. It's attached to feeling like you're being of service to your family or to the world in some way. So action steps include, expanding your reach, connecting, asking for help, community, collaborative efforts. Now, Virgo, what is the outcome if you continue moving forward here using that brilliant mind of yours to help you navigate the direction that the heart is leading? You have the 9 of Cups. So there you are, taking a step closer to this, 10 of Cups that you want for yourself. Some of you want to be able to retire or spend more time with those that you love. You may want a partnership here of some sort. You may want to feel like you are a part of something greater than yourself. And that 9 of Cups is a wish. It is a wish here. It is a completion. It is feeling a sense of wholeness. And I feel like that is most people's dream is, when they ask you, do you love your job? Right? Do you love your job or do you love your life? That answer is yes. I do love it. I love what I do. And even though life throws us, lemons from time to time, there are challenges, there are struggles. We go through a lot here on this earthly realm. It doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice by staying in a position or staying in a role that drains your life force energy. And Virgo, that is what this is about for you, where that's the turning point. Some of you are not enjoying maybe what it is that you do, or you're finally reached this point where you're ready to grow, you're ready to evolve and move up in your career, or take a new class that inspires you, or add a new section to your business. It just feels like you're branching off here. You're feeling good. You're feeling whole. 9 of Cups energy is accomplishment, as I mentioned, but it's emotional fulfillment. And the money is going to follow. You have that wheel of fortune. Okay, that money is going to follow. But I feel like you've already built up a really amazing foundation for yourself. I mean, the King of Pentacles is stability. Now it feels like you're able to enjoy some of what you have worked so hard to acquire. All right. In the physical world, some of you have, assets, you have the things that you not only need, but you may start to enjoy the things that you want. You may start to enjoy more travel, more freedom, more family time. I'm also seeing that some of you could be going down to maybe a part-time position here, or you may be not wanting to work as hard, right? Work smarter, not harder. But there is a dream, there is an aspiration, there's something here that does emotionally inspire you. So keep moving in that direction. It feels good. This is a really beautiful energy, and it feels like it shows up just in time here with Virgo season. So let's get a message here from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have for Virgo? You have Yin. I love it. I was tuning into the Emperor energy, the divine masculine, and we have the Yin, which is the divine feminine. So there's that balance. Some of you may have been in that action-oriented energy, right? Maybe you've been living more out of your masculine side, and now rolling into this new wheel, you could be living more in that feminine side, female or male, it doesn't matter. But this is about, the feminine principle of receptivity. Letting someone else make the first move, maybe gathering information, taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. So this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. Now, this is a time when the most effective action is to allow that energy to come towards you, right? Your desire to push through must take a back seat for now. Collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictating what must happen. It's important that others feel like they have power as well. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form that you want. How do you want to feel basking in your success? Now allow the universe to show you the form. Yin is the sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than expected. Now, I do want to mention, even though it's not showing up here, you have amazing cards. But because sometimes we circle back into that Five of Swords, right? The source of financial blockage, I do want to read the protection message because it can be that you may have trouble receiving, right? You flow back into that block when you want to flow into abundance. You can't always lead. You can't always teach, right? There's that masculine energy that I was talking about. You must be the student, the open vessel, the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. The Wheel of Fortune is the bounty. The 9 and 10 of Cups here is the bounty. She's literally leaping out of a treasure chest. So I definitely see that that is part of the offering. There is an offering coming in. And if you are someone who has trouble receiving for whatever reason, maybe there is perfectionism. Perhaps there's conditioning in some way, like I have to work hard for that abundance. I can't just take that handout. Or maybe it has to do with self-worth. Whatever it is for you that may block that flow, it could be that you are now being asked to soften into that femininity instead of feeling like you constantly have to produce external results. So let's get a message here from your spirit animals. And at this time, Virgo, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big inhale. Hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1. And release through the mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky or swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild, domesticated, mystical, or magical. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge. Maybe a pet that you currently have at your home or by your side. Or maybe even an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below the video, where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the community tab. So please be sure to hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, we have B Spirit number 7. Sweet results await. Yes, this is the energy of your reading here. You have worked long and hard to get to where you are at. Some of you may have a fear that you're going to lose it all, or you may have a fear that something isn't as stable. I feel like you have the ability to shift that perspective, shift that mindset, know that you have created that sense of safety and security within yourself. Something beautiful is unfolding here. And this bee spirit is reminding you that you have been pollinating, right? You have been enjoying the nectar, or you will be enjoying the sweet results here that come with that honeycomb. So number 7, some of you could be in a life path number 7 or in a personal year. You may be 48 years old, 33, or 50. You have porcupine, time for that beginner's mind. So it could be that you are entering into the student phase of your life, because we oscillate, I feel, between that student and teacher, right? Remember, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I see that you are ready. You are ready to change or shift into this change that is occurring. And Porcupine Spirit is reminding you that you can have boundaries and still stay soft and compassionate to yourself and others. You have Horse Spirit. Freedom is yours. Freedom, liberation is yours. Some of you have felt tethered in some way, or perhaps this is a goal or a dream of yours. Financial freedom. I feel like that's what you are heading towards. The 9 and the 10 of Cups. That is the ultimate blessing, to love what you do and make a living doing it. To spend time with the people that you love, to feel like you are part of a community or part of a tribe. That's what's showing up here for you. And lastly, you have Rhino, which says you are overcoming any obstacles that may have shown up as a block. That's why the 6 of Swords is here. Your cards out here are beautiful. You're out of the obstacle phase and onto the let's make it happen phase. I feel like the Rhino Spirit is crashing through any of those fears, where your excitement, your hope for the future outweighs any limitations or setbacks that you have endured. And lastly here, let's get a message from your soul's truth, Virgo. What does your soul want you to know around your financial and abundant journey ahead? What do we want you to know? How can you surrender even more in this moment? Oftentimes, surrender comes with perspective. Sometimes we tend to control the dynamic, or we have these expectations which help us feel in control. And it says here, it is essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire, but it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. It's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but you know is coming. There's the wheel. Bottom of the deck here. Today's soul action. Virgo, know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more God can produce miracles in your life. Today's mantra. Now this can be something that you write down, carry it with you, perhaps put it underneath your pillow, create a sacred ritual out of this mantra. I surrender. I accept all that I cannot change. I release the outcome and I joyfully trust the process. We don't get to the 9 and the 10 of Cups by controlling the dynamic. We don't get to the 9 and 10 of Cups by not having good, strong, clear intentions and boundaries, right? I feel like you realize that you are in this partnership, that you are co-creating with your biggest manifesting partner, Spirit. And many of you are also connecting to, again, a form of community or tribe or partnership. And I see here that you're surrendering into that divine feminine more. And you're saying, okay, I do deserve this abundance. I do deserve to take time off, or I do deserve to, simplify my life in some way. I deserve, and you absolutely do. So keep telling yourself that you are deserving, you are worthy of beautiful things flowing into your world, because stepping into that Emperor energy that I was getting, which is all 4 kings wrapped up in one, you have 2 of those 4 kings out here. So you've really been, working hard to get to this point in your life, and it just feels like there is an offer coming in here. And some of you may say, well, I don't know about this offer. I don't know. Maybe I should keep building, or I should keep looking over here. First and foremost, trust in this new cycle, this new phase that is opening up here for you, because it does feel quite abundant. It feels like it is in alignment. And for some of you, it will have to do with teaching, coaching, motivating others, being of service, keeping that heart open in some way. You have a brilliant mind. You will figure this out. You are more than enough, and you are worthy. That is what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, happy birthday to all of you sun sign Virgos out there. Till next time.